Evil refers to it as the bike designed to keep out of control in control, and I completely agree with that. Hi, I'm Matt with Jenson USA, and I'm here with the 2018 Evil Wreckoning, and I'm a big fanboy of this bike. I own this bike in the same colorway, and I'm not the only one. There are a lot of people out there that love the Wreckoning. I know people call it a big monster truck. I love that Evil refers to it as the bike designed to keep out of control in control, and I completely agree with that. This bike is a lot of bike, and it makes me question why any of us needs a downhill bike anymore when this thing is capable and it is so fun. And I think fun is what those guys are all about. I think the folks at Evil don't take themselves too seriously. They live in a great place to ride and test product up there in Northern Washington, and that comes out in this type of design. The most important part of their design is the Delta linkage, and Delta stands for Dave's Extra Legitimate Travel Apparatus, and Dave is Dave Weigel. So a lot of people have heard of Dave Weigel from DW Link, and he was the guy that designed the split pivot, and he is really a leader in bicycle suspension design. He's an important part of the Evil team up there, and he's done a great job with this bike. You get a lot of the benefits of simple suspension where it's kind of a modified single pivot, so there aren't a lot of linkages to have to maintain and worry about. But at the same time, there's some cool things going on with the suspension kinematics in the way that he's adjusting the leverage ratio as you go through the travel. So what happens is these bone links drive the shock, and it's designed so that off the top, early on in the stroke, you get this magic carpet ride feel. It's really smooth and supple. As you get into the middle of the travel, you get more platform, so it still feels like it pedals really efficiently. As you get to the top, as you get deep in the travel, it really ramps up and feels bottomless. Everybody says that about the Following, which is their 120 millimeter travel bike, and it rings true here. The bike feels like it has more travel than it actually does because of the way that it ramps up at the end, and it just won't bottom out on you. The other thing about this bike is the geometry. You've got with a 170 millimeter fork, you've got about a 65.5 degree head angle. It is really stable and feels confidence inspiring when you're charging through a rock garden, when you're going through a rough section, but it's not so slack that the front end's gonna wander around when you need to climb a little bit. To keep it feeling nice and playful and nimble like a 27.5 bike would, they keep the rear center short. So they're using a 430 millimeter chainstay, and you're really balancing having something that feels like it can conquer anything with having a nice, fun, playful bike. So this build specifically, we're using a Shimano XT kit, a full clean group, because it's just really great, solid stuff. It's dependable, it's gonna last a long time. You never miss a shift. I love the nice, positive feel you get when you hit the shifter. The brakes have lots of power. So we've kept that clean. We're using a RockShox Lyric with 170 millimeters travel up fork because we wanted to give it a little bit burlier feel than the standard 160 build, and we wanted to slacken out the head angle just a touch. We're pairing that with a RockShox Super Deluxe feel so that it feels the same at both ends of the bike. And to round out the kit, we're using race face wheels, a race face cockpit, a reverb post. We're wrapping those wheels in knobby Nick tires. Really solid bike that's ready to go out of the box. Remember that all the bikes that we ship at Jenson USA come fully assembled and ready to ride in less than 3 minutes. If you have any other questions I haven't answered, please leave those or any other comments you might have below. And if you have any other questions, please reach out to a gear advisor. They'd love to talk with you about the Evil bikes. So thanks for watching, and keep pedaling.